There are no picketers outside the mine today. The only sound is the constant low industrial clanking of unending productivity. The only sign of life, the slow-moving machinery beyond the rickety chain-link fence. The Scarlet Hollow mines are ticking along as they always have. There is nothing here to stop you from seeing your cousin. Alright, looks like the coast is completely clear. You and Stella make your way through the front gates and up the short path to your cousin's office. Stella doesn't bother to knock before twisting the door open and confidently stepping into the trailer. Tabby! Stella, Jam, what are you doing here? Why are you holding a shotgun? I clean it sometimes. Guns need that kind of thing, you know that. And this one has seen more action lately than usual. Needs some attention, that's all. I prefer a knock in the future. It's not safe for you to barge in unannounced, not with everything I have going on lately. If I'd been any jumpier, I could have shot one of you. Think about that next time. Let's not do the small talk today, Tabby, please. Stella pulls up a chair, and the two of you sit down across from your increasingly anxious cousin. What? What's going on? Why are you being all serious? We just came from the Forbidden Wing. Tabby, have you been there? Stella's question is answered with silence. Your cousin's eyes dart away, unable to meet your gaze or Stella's, as she avoids the answer. Oh. You wouldn't believe what we found in there. Things your family hidden from you. No need to interrupt. You can let Stella do the talking. You quietly sit back, letting Stella continue. Like Enoch's study was behind an old bookcase and there was all this occult stuff in there. What, like being into the occult? Is that surprising? He was a rich man in the early 1900s. Of course he was into the occult. That was like a hobby back then. You know I know that. I wouldn't have come all the way out here if that was it. But there was this some other room where someone had drawn some kind of, I don't know, satanic circle on the floor, like in a horror movie. Someone had clearly tried to hide it. We also found these old clothes in Grandma Eddie's room. Boys' clothes, and a freaky note that looked like it might have been written in blood. It said, "I'm still in here and I love you," or something. I don't know what that means, but it was in plastic. She clearly wanted to keep it. And these birthday cards from your dad all stashed in a drawer. What? Someone had been hiding them from you, Tabby. He loves you. He sent them every year. No, I would have been told. Palan was a bitch, but she wouldn't, right? She wouldn't. Yeah, do you... But none of that is even important, because at the end of it was all this cell. At the end of it all was this cell. A prison cell. Someone was being kept in there. And before we left, Wayne showed up. I feel like he had something to do with us finding that room. I don't know why, but he must be part of it all somehow. I don't know what you want me to say. Do you want me to say my family, all my dead relatives are evil? That they did evil things from before I was born, and now it's up to me to drag it all out into the sun and apologise for acts that were never my fault? I thought Jam and I had already decided how we felt about that. Neither one of us feels like we should have to pay for someone else's sins. Why should I be sorry to be related to such awful, monstrous people? As if I had any choice. Or maybe you're saying I'm part of this. Is that what you're implying, Stella? That I knew? That maybe I've even been a willing participant in my family's supposed crimes? I don't know, Tabby. Of course I don't want to believe that, but that's why we came here to... We, yes, let's not leave out my cousin. Is that what you think, Jam? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not going to say that. That's... Oh, God, no. Are there connotations that we could accuse her of? Don't know enough to think anything, I just came to talk. Exactly, this is your chance to say whatever it is you might know. If you even know anything at all. You can tell us if you don't, we just want you to be honest with us. Why? So you can decide you should hate me after all? Abby, I don't hate you. I just want to know you. But before you can say another word, there is a knock at the trailer's door. I just got an achievement. Reach an uneasy truce after romancing your cousin's ex. Wow, I'm impressive. Jesus Christ. Miss Scarlet, so sorry to bother you, but I've got a matter of police business that needs to be discussed. Concerns your cousin. You wouldn't happen to know Jam's whereabouts? Don't yell, we'll be out in a second. Well, 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 if it isn't Jam in the flesh. If you won't mind coming with me, I'd like to ask you some questions down at the station. Questions? What for? Yeah, officer, if you have questions, you can ask them now. I'm sure the three of us can help. Well, you see, this is more of an apprehending of a potential suspect. The suspect being your cousin, ma'am. Oh, fuck. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? The suspect. My cousin. My cousin. But Jam hasn't done anything wrong. We've been doing your job for you all week, and this is how you're going to repay us? I'll handle this, Stella. Officer, I assume you haven't somehow forgotten who I am in the last 2 seconds? No, ma'am. Tabitha Scarlet, owner of the Scarlet Mines. Of course I know who you are, ma'am. Then you must know it wouldn't be a very good idea to test my patience by threatening my last remaining family member with an arrest. Do you know that? Miss Scarlet, if I may be frank, I don't serve the Scarlets, I serve this town. And if you're attempting to stand in the way and keep me from doing my job, I may have to arrest you too. We're not trying to get in the way, Deputy. I just don't see what charges you could possibly be levying. I'm still investigating the death of Duke Calloway. Hey, we told you what happened out there. You just didn't believe us. Miss Richmond, I'm afraid I can't arrest one of your little myths and legends, so Jam remains the prime suspect until... I don't think you have any evidence, Deputy. If either one of you ladies would let me speak, maybe I would be able to actually share the evidence that's been piling up against Jam. But it doesn't seem to me like either of you are entirely interested in hearing it. See, this is why towns aren't run by coal barons or influencers. They're run by unbiased professionals whose job it is to see through the bullshit of personal relationships and lay down the law on those who threaten the safety of their communities. Neither one of you is willing to see what's right in front of your eyes, so I'll do it for you. Franklin whips out a pair of police handcuffs and in one swift police academy motion, clicks them into place around your wrists. Fuck's sake. Jam, you have the right to remain silent. I'm panicking. I've never been arrested before, and also in the middle of all this nonsense. I can't deal with this. I need to find Eva Stones. I need to figure out what's been going wrong. If you stop me, I feel like something bad is going to happen. That's funny, because I'm pretty sure if I let you go, bad things are definitely going to happen. And somehow, you'll be at the centre of all of it. I can back up everything Jam is saying, so if you're taking her in, you should take me in too. Maybe I will. But I think I want a little alone time with Jam first. Then we can see if your stories line up. Now where was I? Right. Anything you can and say will be used against you in a court of law. You're really doing this, aren't you? If you think this conversation is over, you've got another thing coming. I'll follow you all the way to the station, and you better believe I'm going to get a real shark of a lawyer involved. We'll tell you everything. You'll see this has all just been a huge misunderstanding. No, Stella. You better stay here and man the fort. I don't need you getting car sick on the way. But, Jam, I can't just leave her. It's okay, I promise. By the end of the day, my cousin will walk out of the station with a clean record, and I'll have this joke of a deputy's badge flushed down the damn toilet. Deputy Franklin shoves you into the back of the squad car, ignoring Tabitha's threats as she hurries to her old BMW, intent on following behind as you're escorted to the police station. I really want to think this is out of a place of genuine concern for me. I really, really want to hope that this isn't because Tabitha needs me in a particular time and place. I really, really want to hope that this isn't to protect some stupid, fucking ritual. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending dramas discussed over the radio. That's nice and all, but we need you up at the farms pronto. We've got ourselves a possible 187 brewing. Danfoot. Damn, this day just keeps getting crazier. Great, good job. Damn, this day just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, miss. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the roads towards whatever emergency is on the way with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanour, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. And that's the end of part 1. We're in so much fucking trouble. This has gone worse than I could have possibly ever fucking imagined. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, this is so dire. So we're under arrest. Some shit's going down at the farmhouses. Well, it's hard for me to put my thoughts in order, but thankfully that's what I edit for. So I'll stop dissociating vaguely now. And I would actually say, like, it's not full-on dissociation, but I am fully zoning out at the horrifying ramifications of this. But we'll be back soon with another fucking edition of fucking Scarlet Hollow episode 5. What's a 187? You know what? I'm going to cheat a bit and look it up. The California Penal Code crime for murder? Okay, but we're not in California. We're not in, so it's not a murder, right? Like, it's not a it's a murder. There's a potential murder. A code used by law enforcement to indicate that a homicide has occurred. I guess I should have known it was something pretty severe considering, like, the blues and twos were on. Well, I can't wait to see what the hell's going on there, but we'll have to wait for a while, yeah? Okay. Anyway. That was part 1 of episode 5 of Scarlet Hollow, and we'll be back with the rest of it soon. Okay. I'm gonna go and cry. We're back. We're back in Scarlet Hollow. Part 2 of episode 5 is here. And I'm so fucking terrified because we're at the point where I can't imagine it getting any worse. But don't don't mistake that for naivety. I know it's going to get worse. The problem is that I can't imagine how. It's so awful. So, as a sort of a disclosure, I have been thinking about this game and where we left off a lot over the past week. I actually even sort of, tried a couple of other options towards the end just to see what we'd get, a little bit of experimentation. I think I'm going to... I'm going to settle on what my first route was, which I don't know how it will go, because, I don't trust Tabitha as far as I can fucking throw her. But I don't know how to confront that, especially with Stella being extremely reluctant to kind of challenge Tabitha on that. For understandable reasons, I will say. I've kind of mellowed out a little bit on that, because I was a little bit angry at Stella for a while after the recording. But, no, there's a couple of aspects here that I've seen sort of in discussion and just sort of thought about. They did just make up Stella and Tabitha. That's very important for Stella. She's been wanting that all along. Stella has known Tabitha for years and years. She's known me for 4 days. It's pretty reasonable that she is probably going to go to bat for Tabitha. If Tabitha really is plotting some kind of an evil scheme, she fucking tricked me, so she sure as hell can trick Stella. And, most crucially, but maybe most subtly, it seems like Kanika's vanished, cognitively from everyone's minds. It's weird, though, that Wayne wants me to find the witch, because, as far as I can tell, I can't trust the witch. The hell? Is that like a bug, or... What the hold on. I need to pause for a second. No, I'll keep on pause. Need to check something. I've forgotten Kanika. Oh my god, I've forgotten her. Oh my god. Okay, my entire world has crumbled. Can you trust anyone? Oh, that's fucked. And that was apart from me and Tabitha, that's basically the rest of Stella's support network gone. So of course she, as far as she knows, Tabitha is her one friend apart from Scarlet Jam. So, and also, just found out about Reese. She just found out about the situation with Reese. So, they're dropping like flies, really. I can't blame her. It really, really does suck in a way that, Scarlet Jam has been put into this horrible situation and seemingly isn't getting that understanding back. But it's absolutely fucking reasonable that she is reacting that way. And that's what I love about this game and the writing of this game. People might not be sort of, reacting in necessarily positive ways, but God, they've really written it well. Considering this is one of so many possible things that could be happening. Yeah, they've accounted for it well and done it well. And I'm in a real shit situation, and I'm going to need a few minutes to track down the correct save, because I made quite a few saves out of desperation. So you'll have to bear with me a moment. Okay, this is the correct save. The one where we kind of didn't really push the envelope with Tabitha that much. It doesn't really change too much. I guess, actually, no. There's one key thing. So, the other ending I was considering before I decided, no, fuck it, let's stick with, the natural choice. was that I basically stand up to Tabitha a bit more. And it still results in me being in the back of a police car, but crucially, Tabitha and Stella are sticking together back at the mining place. Whereas in this instance, it looks like wherever we're being dragged on this police quest, Tabitha's going to be following close behind in her car, and Stella's going to be staying back at the mining place on her own. So that's kind of, I guess, but it's the one that I did originally, so we're going to stick here. The other, oh god, I know there's going to be a horrible, horrible fucking choice to make as well. And I feel like the odds of it being, it's a real tough one, yes, because the odds of it being mystical, like the save trait, are going to be low, I don't think. I don't think mystical is going to be the one getting me out of this horrible situation this episode. But, whilst that means I'm going to have to do something horrible, I'm sure, it also means I'm kicking that can down the road, and perhaps there's an even more horrible choice down the line that mystical will get me out of, if it's not this episode. Okay. I just saved the game. Let's just do it. Let's get in there. Continue. As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying. Crying that can only stop if you tend to it. Oh, this music. There's definitely another stone here. It's getting harder to ignore them. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it. Contradictory. Something that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs you in its presence. Kinda reminds me of Tabitha. It's bringing something into this world and it needs your help delivering it. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. But before the deputy can get a word in, you can hear your cousin shouting from her car. Hey, what the hell is going on? This isn't the police station. Just a minor police emergency, ma'am. We'll have you a jab over to the station as soon as this is started. Whatever. Fine, just make it quick, okay? Alright, Sheriff, what is this? What's the situation? Bo got tired of waiting for y'all to come do your job, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Tremaine household, and he ain't come back and it's been hours. I'll do the honours of briefing the officers on our current situation. You can go back to the house and let us handle it all from here. You all don't know about his traps and whatnot. Duke was always saying not to go in there on account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, ma'am. We're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. That wasn't what you were saying yesterday, Deputy Derrickson. The woman, who you take to be Beau's mum, reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk among themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're headed on in to get a handle of the situation. Derrickson, you listening from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're our backup if things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Been awful quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there is a hostage. Not anymore. We'll most likely be giving the dog a call once this is all settled. This is weird, then. This is a bad situation. What the hell is Beau? He went to go and confront the Tremaines. Was it the Tremaines? Let me double check. Yeah, he went to confront the Tremaines, but he's not come back. With a tip of his hat,
Bugbee signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill towards the old farmhouse, the one that's riddled and laden with traps, apparently. Hey there, Jam. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. Okay, we got a few options. Could you let me go? I haven't done anything wrong. I don't think that's going to... If we ask the officers really kindly, and we put our little index fingers together and go, please, could we leave? I don't think it'll work. You don't really think Bo is dead in there, do you? If you guys are arresting me, could you also arrest a guy who's been stalking me since he's doing a real crime? That's fun, I might do that. But I don't know how I feel about Wayne anymore, like, in terms of that. So, I could also just be like, let me out, let me out, let me out. You don't understand, I need to get into that house. I have reason to believe, I suspect there's a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient... I don't trust the police enough for that. I'll give you $100 to let me go. I'm not going to try and bribe a police official, because then I will actually be committing the crime and they'll have everything they need on me. I'm not going to take this to the Supreme Court. I'm a trans woman. Or I can wait in silence. I've not got much to say to this guy, but I am concerned about Bo. You don't really think Bo is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this. I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week, but Bo's a big man. I had to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss, and we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still as the grave, if you'll pardon the expression. No, I'm not going to mention him. I might fucking regret not mentioning him. That's the thing, I'm not actually expecting any kind of action from that. Like, you know, if I mention it, I just don't think they're going to do anything, but it might be good if more people know about it. If it becomes, hypothetically, a piece of evidence that some fucked up stuff is going on down the line, that I can cite to many people, maybe that will help. Fuck it. Fuck it, we're saving. real brave energy right there. Fuck it. There's nothing for it, we better save the game. If you guys are arresting me, could you also arrest a guy who's been stalking me since he is doing a real crime? Stalker, huh? Look, I'll level with you. There's not much we can do about a stalker until they do something a little more incriminating and follow somebody around, so you let us know what that happens and we can see about helping you out. In the meantime, we'll keep you safe and sound down at the station where no boogeyman can get you. Oh, thanks. It's like late game Monopoly. You want to be in jail. I'm just going to wait in silence. I'm not giving this guy anything more. Nothing else to do but wait. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill. Shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Derrickson, come in. The sheriff is down. Those damn traps. Irma wasn't kidding. Keep it together, Franklin. Is he breathing? And what's the status on Tremaine and Calloway? Something in the basement. Going down now. You hear an ungodly... You hear an ungodly noise over the radio. A gunshot, and then static. Can't arrest me if there's no more police officers, I guess. Oh, God. Franklin, report. But there's only silence. Damn it, Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without his getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill yelling something to Irma. And then a figure appears outside of the car door. A moment later, you hear the click of a lock. Time to go. You get out of the car, your body moving on instinct. The stone is louder outside. Its song is buzzing in your ears, drowning out the world, calling you up the hill towards the old farmhouse. The one laden with traps and the mystery shit. And a creepy, horrible thing that's apparently just might have killed a police officer. No, that farmhouse. Cool. Do I even have it on log how I reacted to this guy last time we talked? Let's remind myself of the sort of vibe I was giving him. I'm kind of sick of him. I'm suspicious. Okay. I'm just not really sure about him. I'm not necessarily fully aggro, but... I'll just play it sort of regular for now. I'm not exactly at my most strategic anyway. The stone of making machines crackle is hitting me right in the brain. And think straight. That's all you're able to sputter out. The buzzing drowns out your words. You can almost feel it pulling, your feet aching to move. It's all right. This will be over soon. I really would have preferred it if we could all do this together, but the witch started it early. I should have known she would. The handcuffs fall away from your wrists. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen because it doesn't matter. You have somewhere to be. But she's at her most vulnerable now, and she won't be expecting you. So go on, I'll be watching. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. I don't believe you, but... God, you might also be my ticket to... And this is a metagame thing. You might be my ticket to remembering Kanika. Scarlet Jam doesn't know that, because Scarlet Jam doesn't remember Kanika, but I sure do. He gives you a hard shove forward and then he's gone. Hey, what the hell just happened? Was that Wayne? You don't have time to respond to your cousin. Today's event has already begun. We're just treating it like a game now. It's like, no, this is the event of the chapter. Oh, fucking so screwed. And yet you're interrupted by yet another car pulling up to the scene. Tabitha, Irma, Jam. I got paged by the sheriff. What the hell is going on here? Where are all of the cops? The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out. But you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Hey, I'm talking to you! Oh, come on, she's headed to Julius. But you continue forward. You'll barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Fucking hell. Okay. Fucking hell. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe, attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling, is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus. Well, congratulations, I guess, Julius. You killed the sheriff. But are you going to kill the deputy? This is the scariest thing of all, in a way, because, like, this is just pure chaos now. This is just someone's house with a bunch of, like, saw traps in it that will, like, axes that are going to flick out of nowhere. I reckon keen eye might be helpful here, but I sure don't have that. Maybe I've read books on traps. I've watched the best bit of Home Alone. That's all I caught. MREs as well. That's like war rations, isn't it? Careful, Joan. There are traps all over the damn place. This old guy really is crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that in their house? Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted along across the hardwood, like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. Oh yeah, look at that. What the hell is going on here? Derrickson? Is the doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. So, right, let's do a quick sit rep. Because the traps can't explain the horrible, sort of bloody roots and vines that are enveloping the entire house. They look kind of like the pumpkin, right? Like, alright, well, he's been shot, Joan. I think you better call somebody. The doctor's here? Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. Avery? Avery's down there. Of course, well, Avery, they're friends with Julius, who I'm assuming this is. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody, shut up! Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. Gotta step outside. You keep holding that wound, and no one else had better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils holds it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let you all in refuse to let anyone leave. We stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. Alright, friends, it's been an honour. It's been a privilege. Let's just hope that in my zonked out state, I don't accidentally activate some kind of a trap. Although, if it's anything like episode 4, I kind of... Although that I can't tell how much of that was mystical and how much of that was Sybil's tea, but I was like in a trance and able to know the perfect floorboards to step on that wouldn't creak, so maybe the same will happen here. Approach the basement. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? So, you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby, and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It'll be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag! That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena. Verena. We have a name for the witch. Our partnership has come to an end, witch. I will be continuing on with my business, and you should be grateful I let you continue on with yours. One of these days, Enoch, someone will be strong enough to do what needs doing. Wait. I can wait a long, long time. Hey. Everybody still alive? Tabitha coughs. I think I broke something. Yeah, me. Did you have to fall right into the gunshot wound? Did she get shot? Did Tabitha really take a fucking bullet for me? Find the witch. Find the witch. The witch? Sybil? So you have business with her too? Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here, and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Speak for yourself. Oh shit! Oh, fall right into the gunshot wound. Definitely Franklin got shot. Tabitha fell onto him, on his wound. Okay, I see. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the wound. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Genuinely, what the fuck is this? What am I looking at? What? Oh, fuck no. The pumpkin baby is moving. Oh, this is a fucking horror game. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner, his bow. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. No shit. Where's Dr. Kelly? The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Jan, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Oh yeah, there's another police officer up there as well, isn't there? Oh well. Great, we're trapped in a basement. That's great. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed, Julius. They look a little shell-shocked. Where to fucking begin? Alright. So the witch. I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Oh yeah, always trust a baby from a witch. Only it obviously didn't go quite the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hold up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain. So I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out. Until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down in here with me.
The fuck is this? What do you mean? You asked a witch for a baby?
Julius? Do you have like a shred, an ounce of like genre savviness? Look, I can understand someone being desperate enough to ask a witch for stuff, but in what world do you ever ask a witch for a baby? Fucking hell. This is so bad. I don't even know where this is going yet. Someone's gonna get strangled to death by roots. Probably. I don't want to know. I want to know about that. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end, it's only fair. A son for a son. Birth ain't ever pretty, is it? Not like doing it the old-fashioned way, is all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. So you blackmailed a witch for her magic beans so you could grow a boy? I'd watch what you fucking say to me. I'm not saying anything. I just want to make sure I understood your story. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense, castle doctrine. Castle doctrine? That's going to be like, invasion in my house means I can defend myself by any means necessary, isn't it? A castle law or a defense of habitation law. A legal doctrine that designates a person's abode or any legally occupied place as a place in which that person has protections and immunities, permitting one, in certain circumstances, to use force to defend oneself against an intruder, free from legal persecution for the consequences of the force used. Most commonly used in the United States. Oh, England and Wales. In English common law, a defendant may seek to avoid criminal or civil liability by claiming that they acted in self-defense. And there's more to it than that, but I can't be bothered reading it right now. I'm going to go ahead and like... Oh, God. Sure, I care about this, all of this, but... Something about the witch is calling. Do you know how to contact her? The witch? Of course I fucking do. You think I'm some sort of idiot who makes a deal about some way to get out of it? Not my fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I tried, but the only means of contact I've got is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's a preferred method of communication, like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it is currently out of order. My boy got his, meat all in there. We won't be getting a drop out of it till he's calmed down. You'll have your witch as soon as this is all settled. So don't do anything stupid. None of you. Uh-oh, the leaves have turned red. The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So, what, was he supposed to wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born, and we all forget this ever happened. Time to save. What makes you think Sybil is the witch? She's just helpful. Oh, sure she is. She was all kinds of helpful once I had dirt on her that she wanted to be kept quiet. Dirt? What did she do? She always seemed really nice to me. Look, I'm a man of my word. She told me I'd get what I wanted, and I told her she would get my silence. I'll stand by that. But of course all of y'all think she's nice. Everybody in town drinks her tea. Seems to make people awful fond of her. The fucking tea. Oh shit, wait, I went back by accident. And this is a time-sensitive thing, it would seem. So, we're gonna load the game. Because that was a misclick. Also, fuck, what do you mean this is time sensitive? Okay, we'll select the same thing again. She clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem like what she promised, does it? Damn it, none of you people have any patience. He needs time, and he needs food. Can't be easy making a baby this way. Not easy making it the normal way either, from what I hear. But isn't it still beautiful? Even the way it is now? It's eating him alive. You should be horrified. We don't want to broach this topic with Avery. The cop is right. The thing is obviously an abomination. If it were up to me, I'd just kill the thing and be done with it. All I want is to get out of here, so that whatever does that the fastest seems like a great idea. And that's why you're gonna sit in that corner until I say otherwise. I don't need anyone stepping in to pull some hero shit, got it? Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
We're on a time limit. I can only select so many options before something fucking happens. And the choice seems to be to let Bo sacrifice... Well, not sacrifice himself. Be sacrificed. In that way, I might get more information about the witch, and I might be able to figure things out on that end. Or we stop it in its tracks there and here and now.